Some say that while we dream of distant galaxies, the last uncharted frontiers lies beneath our very feet. As pioneers of the cosmos, we have set foot on the moon's surface. Yet the abyss of our oceans remains shrouded in enigma. Even as we conquer the skies, Earth's deep sea trenches remain more elusive than Mars's red plains. The vast expanse beneath our vessels is not just water and void. With an average depth of 3,688 meters, our oceans plunge deeper than our tallest mountains rise. Remarkably, at these depths, humanity have left its mark, both by intent and accident. Today, we journey through the blue, unveiling the milestones of our species, layer by layer into the ocean's heart, Mother Earth's lost frontier. The first 5 meters is where most human activities, such as swimming, fishing, boating, and diving begin. Consequently, it is also the layer most immediately affected by pollution from oil spills, runoff, and waste discharge. Furthermore, this is where the majority of gas exchange between the ocean and the atmosphere occurs, including the absorption of carbon dioxide and the release of oxygen. Diving further to 20 to 30 meters, this is the typical depth range for recreational scuba divers. Many marine species, including coral reefs, inhabit this zone. On the 25th of July, 1946, the first underwater nuclear test, known as Test Baker, was conducted at Bikini Atoll.
Fire!
The bomb, detonated at an approximate depth of 27 meters, created a massive gas bubble that surged upwards for thousands of meters, referred to as the Wilson Cloud. Around this time, a French designer, Louis Réard, introduced a revolutionary two-piece swimsuit, naming it the Bikini. He believed the swimsuit, with the scanty coverage, will spark a cultural explosion, akin to the nuclear test's physical explosion. Diving below 30 meters, divers may experience sensations like euphoria, dizziness, confusion, and symptoms akin to mild alcohol intoxication. Risks like joint pain, paralysis, and even unconsciousness can also emerge. Diving down to 60 meters, divers risk oxygen toxicity due to the increased partial pressure of oxygen. In extreme instances, this can be fatal. The world's deepest swimming pool, recognized by Guinness World Records, is located in Dubai, named Deep Dive Dubai. Within this pool, visitors can explore a sunken city featuring abandoned apartment buildings, an underwater arcade, submerged automobiles, musical instruments, and more. However, only certified divers are permitted entry. Diving deeper to 90 meters, a mysterious enormous anomaly was found by the team of treasure hunters Ocean X in 2011. during a typical day exploring the Baltic Sea when a very unusual image appeared on their sonar. They saw a mysterious 61-meter diameter and 8-meter tall circular object lying on the seabed. Some say it is, in fact, an ancient extraterrestrial spacecraft that crashed and sank 140,000 years ago. Descending to 130 meters. How deep is your love? While for many, a wet wedding might spell disaster, it was not the case for bride and groom Hiroyuki Yoshida and Sandra Smith. In September 2014, they defied conventions by setting a new world record for the deepest underwater wedding. Wanting to display the depth of their love, they exchanged vows 130 meters below the surface in a cave at Songhong Lake, Trang, Thailand. A photo captures Hiroyuki proudly displaying his wedding ring. Diving further to 200 meters. This depth marks the beginning of the Mesopelagic Zone, commonly known as the Twilight Zone. Here, the absence of sunlight renders photosynthesis impossible, thus eliminating most green aquatic plants. Nonetheless, the oarfish, often dubbed the king of herrings, which boasts a considerable length, resides in this region. Free diving, an extreme sport, challenges divers to submerge as deep as possible or hold their breath for an extended period on a single intake of air. The current depth record for free diving is held by an Austrian, Herbert Nitsch, who dived to an astonishing 214 meters in 2007. This feat, under the no limits free diving category, was once deemed unattainable. Yet, 5 years later, in 2012, Nitsch tried to surpass his record, aiming for 244 meters. During his return to the surface, he confronted severe decompression sickness. This incident led him into a coma, induced by decompression sickness, from which, thankfully, he later fully recovered. Diving beyond 300 meters, humans have made significant incursions into these depths. With equipment such as oxygen tanks, the most profound scuba dive by a human is a staggering 332.35 meters. This was achieved in the Red Sea of Dahab, Egypt, by Ahmed Gamal Gabr on 18th of September 2014. While the descent consumed a mere 50 minutes, the ascent was a lengthy 13 hours and 35 minutes. Factoring safety preparations, the entire operation spanned almost 15 hours. For context, standard submarines generally operate at depths ranging from 300 to 450 meters. Diving below 500 meters. This depth witnesses a significant temperature drop, with readings often nearing 4 degrees Celsius or even lower. The environment here is pitch black. Many residing animals, such as the lanternfish, have evolved bioluminescence. This unique trait enables them to produce light, serving various purposes from attracting prey to deterring predators. Among the creatures venturing to these depths are the awe-inspiring blue whales. The largest animals known to have existed. These giants, stretching up to 30 meters in length and weighing a colossal 200 tons, are true wonders of the deep. Remarkably, their tongues alone can weigh as much as an elephant. They emit robust, low-frequency sounds, which rank among Earth's loudest animal noises, reaching up to 188 decibels, louder than a jet engine during takeoff. Some say blue whales use these low-frequency songs to communicate across vast oceanic stretches. Under optimal conditions, these calls can span distances of up to 1,600 kilometers, potentially allowing distant blue whales to interact or summon each other. However, another depth-adapted creature might surprise you. The emperor penguin, the largest penguin species, holds the diving record among birds, staying submerged for over 20 minutes. Their exceptional diving skills grant them access to prey unavailable to many, providing an advantage in the unforgiving conditions of Antarctica. Venturing deeper to 800 meters. At this depth, the barrel-life fish makes its appearance, distinguishable by its transparent head. Intriguingly, its eyes are oriented upward, hinting at a lack of need to look down. Netting this fish is a formidable challenge. If brought to the surface, it perishes explosively. At these profound depths, one encounters a creature of legend and awe, the giant squid. Stretching up to an imposing 13 meters, it sports eyes as large as dinner plates, which peer into the abyss. Gifted with the ability to shift its colors, the giant squid becomes an enigmatic dancer in the deep, luring its prey with hypnotic displays. Some say the tales of the Kraken, a fearsome sea monster from Norse mythology, were not mere sailors' tales, but whispered accounts of actual encounters with deceased bodies of this colossal cephalopod. The exact number of giant squids in the world's oceans remains cloaked in mystery. However, a clue may reside within the predator of these massive creatures: the sperm whale. Ambergris, a waxy substance that originates in the intestines of sperm whales, is believed to be produced by the whale's digestive system as a protective mechanism against the sharp beaks of squids, which are indigestible. In Eastern cultures, ambergris is used for medicines and potions, and as a spice. In the West, it was used to stabilize the scent of fine perfumes. Due to their scarcity, the price for these substances is unimaginable, worth around $40,000 per kilo. A notable find occurred in 2020 when an old Thai man stumbled upon vast chunks of stony puke, what was later identified as ambergris, valued at an astounding $4.2 million. Let us dive deeper into this mystery. Based on the number of beaks collected from the digestive tracts of sperm whales, scientists estimate that there are around 4.3 million giant squids inhabiting the depths of the oceans. That may seem high, but estimates can go much higher. Some calculations put the maximum number of giant squids at 130 million. Its dwelling depth is comparable to the height of the world's tallest building, Burj Khalifa, with its height of 828 meters. Diving further to 1,000 meters. Beyond this depth, we enter the Epipelagic Zone, or the Midnight Zone. Here, no sunlight penetrates, and it is cloaked in complete and utter darkness. The most iconic bioluminescent creature, anglerfish, dwells here. The females sport a dorsal spine that juts out above their mouths, resembling a fishing rod. At its tip is a luminescent feature known as escar, used to lure both prey and males. Diving beyond 1,200 meters, you will find the blobfish, often dubbed the ugliest animal in online polls. While it is infamous for its sagging, sad-faced appearance, this look is a result of being taken out of its high-pressure, deep-sea environment. In its natural habitat, the blobfish is more typical, though still gelatinous, allowing it to float effortlessly above the seabed. Despite its unappealing looks, it is a marvel of nature's adaptability in the challenging deep-sea environment. Diving down to 1,300 meters. In these depths, there is a chilling creature known as the goblin shark. Its peculiar appearance, reminiscent of a goblin, gives it its name. This shark is particularly notable for its pronounced, elongated snout and the unique ability to thrust its entire mouth forward to ensnare its prey. Diving further to 2,000 meters, we encounter the southern elephant seal, a truly impressive marine mammal, with males weighing up to 4,000 kilos and reaching lengths of over 6 meters. They hold the title of the largest seals on the planet. Their name stems from their large noses, resembling an elephant's trunk, which males use to produce loud roars during mating season. But don't let their immense size and somewhat strange appearance fool you. They have an undeniable charm that many find endearing. These seals are deep-sea champions, plunging to such incredible depths in search of their preferred prey, such as squid and fish. The southern elephant seal's ability to hold its breath for up to 2 hours gives it an edge in these deep haunts, allowing it to roam vast expanses of the ocean floor. Such adaptations not only showcase the seal's incredible physiological capabilities, but also highlight the amazing, often hidden, wonders of the deep ocean. Descending to 2,800 meters. At this depth, amidst the vast, shadowy expanse of the deep ocean, dwells a remarkable creature, the scaly foot snail. Unlike its terrestrial counterparts, this deep-sea snail has developed an extraordinary adaptation to survive in this extreme environment. Its shell is not just any ordinary shell. It is a veritable iron-clad suit of armor, embedded with iron sulfides, primarily in the form of pyrite and greigite. This unique defense mechanism offers the snail protection against the harsh conditions and potential predators of its hydrothermal vent habitat. Such a metallic armor is rare in the animal kingdom, making the scaly-foot snail a true marvel of deep-sea evolution and adaptability. Descending deeper to 3,000 meters, in the ocean's dark expanse, you will find the enchanting Dumbo octopus, named after Disney's Dumbo the elephant. Its ear-like fins give it a whimsical appearance of flying through the water. With a soft, gelatinous body and large, curious eyes, this octopus is a heartwarming surprise amidst the mysteries of the deep. Descending beyond to 3,800 meters. On 15th of April, 1912, the most luxurious vessel of dreams and promises sailed through waters from Southampton, England to New York City. Within the heart of this grand ship, on its opulent grand staircase, fate brought together two souls from worlds apart. Jack, a passionate artist with a spirit as free as the wind, met Rose, an epitome of grace, bound by the shackles of aristocracy. As the ship sailed forward, their love story unfolded. From Jack's introduction into the elite, where he faced disdain, to the glamorous parties where he danced with Rose, their love blossomed. Amid the celebration, the shadow of the heart of the ocean, a breathtaking 50-carat diamond, loomed, a symbol of Rose's impending bond to a man who valued possession over passion. But as fate would have it, amidst accusations and deceit surrounding this very diamond, Jack's true wealth shone through, his undying love for Rose. However, the universe had other plans. The Titanic, a marvel of its time, met its doom by an unyielding iceberg, turning a journey of dreams into a nightmare of despair. While many scrambled for life, Jack's only mission was to ensure Rose's safety. Their poignant tale of love and sacrifice set against the backdrop of the sinking ship. The Titanic remains one of the most touching stories that the depth of the ocean has ever witnessed. James Cameron, the director of the movie Titanic, has visited the site 33 times. Fast forward to a century later. When memories became tales and tales became history, the vessel Titan embarked on a mission to revisit the Titanic's resting place. As it reached the depth of 3,500 meters, communication with its mothership was lost. Some say that as the Titan continued its descent, it might have met its fateful end at a depth even greater, around 3,810 meters. There were whispers in hushed corners about the Titan's flawed design. Its CEO from Ocean Gate, who was aboard the Titan during this voyage, had not only been accused of diving without the proper licenses or professional approvals, but also made audacious claims of collaborations with NASA, which were subsequently denied. Some suggest that the CEO's presence on the dive was an attempt to instill trust among his clients. Yet, amidst the swirling accusations and the silent depth of the ocean, the true narrative remains an enigma, a chilling echo of the Titanic's tragic fate. Diving further to 3,900 meters, where sky meets sea in tragedy. 31st of May, 2009, Air France Flight 447 departed from Rio de Janeiro International Airport, Brazil, bound for a 13-hour journey to Paris across the Atlantic Ocean. 3 hours and 40 minutes into the flight, the Airbus A330 encountered turbulence. Ice crystals began accumulating in all three pitot tubes, which are essential for measuring airspeed. This malfunction caused the cockpit to lose the ability to detect accurate airspeed. A minute later, the autopilot disengaged, misinterpreting the situation as overspeeding. The pilots reduced the engine thrust. As the altitude dropped, one pilot instinctively pulled the control stick backward, causing the plane's nose to lift sharply. This action saw the airspeed drop drastically, inadvertently triggering a stall. The aircraft then reached its maximum permissible altitude, beyond which the wings could not generate enough lift. The plane began to freefall. By the time the captain re-entered the cockpit in an effort to intervene, it was heartbreakingly too late. Flight 447 tragically crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, killing all 228 passengers and crew members aboard. Subsequent investigations unveiled a series of critical human errors that led to the catastrophe. The remnants of Flight 447, once a beacon of modern aviation, now rests silently at this haunting depth. Venturing further to 4,000 meters, we enter the Abyssopelagic Zone, often referred to as the Abyss, or simply the Deep. Within this depth, one might imagine only cold and darkness. Yet, intriguingly, segments of this deep ocean layer are warmed by underwater volcanoes. These volcanoes expel hot water, raising the temperature around them. Though sunlight is unable to penetrate to these depths, the volcanic regions can sometimes emit a luminescent glow, creating a spectacle of light. The discharged water is rich in beneficial elements, such as metals and minerals, upon which many marine organisms depend. It is akin to an underwater oasis amidst the prevailing cold and darkness. To journey even deeper, we shall delve into the ocean's most profound layer, the Hadalpelagic Zone. Venturing below 6,000 meters, we enter the Hadalpelagic Zone. The term Hadal is derived from Hades, the underworld in Greek mythology. Japan introduced a submersible, the Shinkai 6500, capable of reaching depths of 6,500 meters, and it began operations in 1991. Later, in 2012, the submersible Jiaolong achieved its deepest dive, reaching a depth of 7,062 meters. Diving further to 8,178 meters. On the 15th of November 2014, an expedition aboard the research vessel Full Core discovered a white fish. Subsequently, on the 18th of May 2017, the Japanese Agency for Marine, Earth Science and Technology filmed a snailfish at this depth, setting a record for the deepest video footage of a fish. This species is now known as the Mariana snailfish, or scientifically Pseudoleparis swire. It is named in honor of Herbert Swire, the first navigating sub-lieutenant of HMS Challenger and author of The Voyage of the Challenger. Descending to 10,660 meters, one encounters enormous single-celled amoebas. These were discovered during a visit to the Mariana Trench in July 2011 by a team from the Scripps Institute of Oceanography. Ranging in size from a few millimeters to 20 centimeters, they serve as hosts for various organisms and absorb heavy metals such as lead, uranium, and mercury. Lastly, we reach the ocean's most profound point, the Mariana Trench. The trench's deepest segment is the Challenger Deep. The Soviet vessel Vityaz reported its depth as 11,034 meters in 1957, pinpointing a location called the Mariana Hollow. To date, only 4 individuals have reached this depth. On 23rd of January, 1960, Don Walsh and Jacques Picard journeyed to the depth of 10,916 meters. They were on board a heavily modified research submarine, Trieste. Their descent from the ocean's surface to the floor took 4 hours and 43 minutes. As the vessel descended, the waters became progressively darker and colder, eventually becoming as black and frigid as outer space. While approaching 9,000 meters, a loud, snapping sound echoed through the Trieste. The entire vessel shattered. An external plexiglass window pane had cracked under the pressure. But thankfully, the primary hull remained intact. They decided to continue and successfully reached their known deepest depth. Staying there for 30 minutes, The seabed appeared barren, but they observed a flatfish, a shrimp-like creature, and curiously, a beer can, and other debris. Next to visit was on the 26th of March 2012 by James Cameron, previously mentioned for his 33 dives to the Titanic shipwreck. He made history by becoming the first person to execute a solo dive in the Deep Sea Challenger's submersible. Don Walsh was accompanying Cameron's dive. After Cameron squeezed into the Deep Sea Challenger for the descent, Don Walsh gave him one piece of advice: good luck and have fun.
Well, have fun.
Have fun, exactly.
During his descent, Cameron observed various small sea creatures and remarked on most of their gelatinous and translucent nature. He reached a depth of 10,898 meters in the Challenger Deep, the Mariana Trench's deepest point, where he stayed for approximately 3 hours. When he came back up and opened the hatch, Don Walsh was there and shook his hand and said, "Welcome to the club. There are just 2 of us." The most recent individual to journey to this depth was Victor Vescovo in 2019. An American adventurer and private equity investor, Vescovo had an ambitious dream: to dive deep into the world's 5 primary oceans. He initiated his mission, dubbed the 5 Deeps Expedition, in a specialized submarine named the Limiting Factor. In 2019, he journeyed into the Mariana Trench and descended 10,928 meters, setting the new record for a solo dive. Throughout his adventures, Vescovo observed incredible marine life, including some previously undiscovered species. However, the same disheartening sight also met him. Traces of human waste, including plastic, were found yet again in these remote depths. Their expeditions narrate a tale of our ocean's splendor and the urgent need for its preservation. Despite our advances, 95% of the ocean remains unexplored. Some say a realm of potential wonders still awaits. Ancient artifacts, enigmatic sites, mythical civilizations. Our quest for discovery does not end at sea. It is a boundless journey, reaching from the ocean's abyss to the vastness of space. Our journey of discovery is never ending.